Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Final Show Films. I am Sen, your executive producer. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I particularly want to thank our $20 tier supporters over on our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms. Those being Jeremy Alexander, Samantha Bates, and Elle, without whom we wouldn't do nearly as much of the things we do now. So thank you very much for all your support over the years. And those of you that are watching live, please sit back, relax, and enjoy. And we're live.
Hello, everyone. I am Julia of the Zodiac System, and I want to say welcome to Pokemon Aftershocks, the Pokemon Tabletop United game we are running here on Final Show Films. I am joined by most of my players today, and we will start our introductions today for everyone with Andrew.
Hello, I'm Andrew, playing Satomi Yamasura, the warrior ambassador.
And Jack.
Hi, I'm Jack. I'm playing Ramon Alvarez, the deaf Pokeball engineer.
Super gay, as stated last session.
Yeah.
And Sen.
I was about to go into a remix of the opening of Romeo and Juliet, but instead of a tale of two families, both alike in dignity, it was a tale of two queers, both alike in dignity.
And that done.
But then rather than actually just do that, I felt the need to explain it instead. Hi, I'm Sin, and I'm playing Kisaki So, the Pokemon Ranger.
And Yuri.
Explaining the joke always makes it funnier. Speaking of gay, which by the way, missed opportunity for older intro. Hi, I'm Yari playing Annabella Hawthorne, the anxious researcher.
Oh, okay. And as always, Black rights, no, trans rights are human rights. Black Lives Matter. Eat the rich.
To be clear, Black rights
Supreme Court.
Black rights also matter.
Black rights are also human
Black rights also
Yeah,
matter.
yeah.
And
Not entirely wrong.
And trans lives matter.
Yes.
The music for this stream is provided by Overclock Remix over on YouTube. If you like it, go check it out.
And as a heads up, we are fuzzy. So if things delay or the train skips tracks, this is for the audience. Just give us some grace. But
and if you don't have
last
any,
time
we'll
in the
take
home
a Mary.
region.
Did Julia just freeze? I think Julia just froze. That was perfect timing. Either that or I'm freezing.
Nothing major.
Oh, yeah, no, it was on my end. Huh, interesting.
I'm back.
My internet connection is apparently unstable, even though my connection to Twitch didn't drop. My connection to Zoom went weird, and everyone except for me froze.
Yeah, for like half a second.
Fascinating.
I made a joke, and I thought you were just like holding still because the joke was that bad. But then everyone was frozen.
Coordinated effort.
But last time in the Hoenn region, our trainers met up again with Professor Birch, discussed a little bit of what they encountered in Mount Chimney, along with their meeting with Stephen Stone, which led to discussions of the translated pages of a book that Annabella found in one of the bookstores in Mauville. Which led to a bit of theory crafting amongst our party as to the origins of the book, as well as any of the other things that are slowly popping up along this investigation. Annabella had a date with Andrea, the owner of the bookstore that the book was found at, who has a number of Pokemon that are inexplicably linked to that book somehow. Not sure, but we will find out about that at some point, potentially, probably. Ramon went to a magazine shop so that he could purchase some study materials for an art piece he is putting together for Stephen Stone.
I was
And-
expecting to get razzed again.
And so was denied the ability to beat the crap out of another trainer, but was given the chance to do a league battle at the Mauville Gym. So is currently in the throes of a fight against a musician. And we pick up there with I believe we're at no, we're going to Shiro's turn.
Well, Deden's turn just started and got knocked out by the sandstorm.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yes. Okay. So, defeated. Wait, hold on. Mark defeated. There we go. And then we will just make you go away and move you back here. Okay.
Which means that it's now time for the musician to throw out another Pokemon. And then it's
Yes.
Shiro's turn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As this musician tosses a Pokeball and
Oh shit.
a large orange square-shaped Pokemon that is buzzing with electricity is thrown out, as you all see, or you see a Rotom Wash form.
Those are rare.
Yeah, are they? Just a Rotom that you've shoved into a
at
washing
least-
machine.
I mean, Rotom in general are somewhat rare, at least up until Gen 7.
Right, so it won't have.
And it was like,
It won't have a turn this round because its turn was taken up by the Deden being knocked out.
Yes.
But Shiro.
So,
has a move speed of 9, so yeah, Shiro can get right up there. When Rotom is in a form, it loses its ghost typing, right? It keeps the electric but loses its ghost.
Typically.
gas? Me trying to remember. I think so.
Does the washing machine? Sorry, the person in chat. Does the washing machine form imply the existence of a washing machine stone? Or a washing machine
yes,
soul?
this is an electric water type.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
All right. So yeah.
Also, I should pull up chat.
Shiro, yeah, Shiro just basically completes the distance between it and the Rotom. Does the Rotom's are the Rotom's hit points updated?
Um,
I know we've had some issues with that previously. I don't want to just instantly kill the Rotom because it had 0 hit points.
it has current HP. It's not showing to you because you haven't hit it yet. I figured out that's why it won't
Cool.
show you guys the health bars until.
That's fair. All right, and yeah, we're gonna double kick. Oh, and it misses.
Unfortunately, that's a miss.
It does attack twice though, so
Yes,
second one's a hit.
that one hit.
Let me make
All
sure
right.
that I've adjusted the damage back down before I roll that. Now I'm trying to remember what the default DB for. I think that's correct. Okay. All right.
Okay. So
So 2 kicks, 1 misses, 1 hits. As Shiro just launches itself feet first, or talons first, I guess in this case, at the Rotom.
all right.
But damn, that's a thick Rotom.
Yeah,
Okay,
for
and
34 damage, it only took 15.
Yeah.
It
I
will
knew
not.
Rotom were tanky. Damn.
It will not get a turn this turn. So we are back at the top of the round with Cell.
I'm going to swap Shiro out. That's my plan.
Okay.
Oh, no, sorry. They plan first, and then I plan first. But what they do is going to change
yes.
what I do. So,
Yeah, no, and they're not doing anything.
so Shiro's turn hits first, and use my action to recall Shiro.
Just a heads up, by the way, Sen. I know you're busy.
Uh-huh.
When you have a chance, Andrew's face cam is not showing on screen.
Oh, right. Hang on. I fixed it on the booth, but not on the. There we go.
Hello, I'm here again.
It's 6 on one there. Also, I might need to I think I need to update the. I need to update
You're a real boy.
the box statuses on the on the Foundry booth, but I'll do that in a minute. So yeah, recalling Shiro, and we're gonna throw out. Let's see. Electric, water.
It's a pain type. It's a rough one to try and work
Yeah.
around.
We're gonna throw out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fallen Mist. I don't think steel fighting loses out in either direction on that.
No type interactions on either side there.
All right.
All right.
So that's my turn.
Okay. Courtney is not doing anything. We need to get
Well, musician.
Our
is not
little-
doing
yeah. Not Courtney is not doing anything. Putting Fallen Mist on there.
it. Oh, right.
Okay. And they don't get their turn this.
No, they get the
Round, right?
This, yeah,
Okay.
this is the first turn they get around.
Um,
They didn't get last
so
turn
the
because they came in.
Rotom.
Fallen Mist doesn't get
I-
this round because I swapped them out. Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, hold on. Let me go back to. What's the 6? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Target Fallen Mist. It is going to fly forward and cast Confuse Ray.
Yeah.
Which will hit.
Fallen Mist is confused.
All right.
Oh.
And Falling Mist. Your turn.
They don't get turned this turn, so we'll go back to the top.
That's right. Yep. We just discussed that too.
Yep.
See, fuzzy brain.
Mood.
All right. So now top of the round, they decide what they're doing first.
Musician is doing nothing.
Do I have any items that I could use here? Hang on. Oh. I have no medical items in my inventory. All right. I'm gonna have yeah, no, I'm just gonna have Fallen Mist proceed as normal and attempt to force palm the Rotom.
Okay.
So, Rotom I think goes first because Rotom's faster.
Yes. Rotom is going to use Thunderwave.
Ah, stacking statuses, I see.
Power Fusion.
That's it.
So, Fallen Mist is also paralyzed.
Don't worry, I do not have any other status conditions that I can throw at you.
Just throw all the status conditions on. It's fine. This is Mariolu fighting through the difficulty.
Just the one that in the video games would give them a 1 in 4 chance of actually hitting.
Of doing anything.
Effects of paralysis are suppressed for this round. You can act
Yep.
as normal.
So moving forward up to the rotom, and we're gonna make a roll for the confusion. Let's see if it. I wonder if it'll happen naturally. Let's just try the attack. First, we're gonna try to force palm. Okay. Okay, so it didn't roll. It didn't roll normal. It does hit.
Yeah.
But first, let's see what happens with the. So roll a 1d2. On a 1, after the attack is resolved, the confused Pokemon loses hit points equal to half their attack stat if the move was physical, or half their special attack if the move was special, or 2 ticks of hit points if the move was status move. The target is cured of confusion. So yeah, it's 1 or 2, and either I hurt myself or I don't, but the attack still goes through. So. Oh, look! It did the confusion check on its own.
Neat.
Huh.
Oh,
Although it didn't. I don't think that rolled
Curious.
properly because the result was T.
I got
It
it.
rolled heads,
Easy.
tails.
Oh. Heads or tails?
I
It
see.
flipped
I
the
see.
coin.
Heads or tails. I see.
Yeah, that's what the CC, I guess, is.
I
It's a
see.
coin.
Yeah, but it resulted in 0, which was very confusing. But okay.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's not a number.
Yeah,
It's not perfect system.
Foundry is weird, and the programmers are also weird. So Fall Mist took damage,
In a
but
good
also,
Yep.
Fall Mist
it worked.
does successfully hit. Doesn't paralyze, but does another 13 damage off the 32 that I hit. Man, this
And you
feels
said
fucking
confusion
beefy.
goes away after that.
No, now it gets at the end of its turn it saves.
If you realize that does become a Z move. Sure.
Possibly. If so was from Alola, I would argue that he might know some Z moves, but unfortunately, he's from Sinnoh. Yeah, it's 16 plus to save, so 13 unfortunately does not.
All right. So still confused. The musician is not doing anything.
I still have no medicinal options, so I'm going to continue hoping that Fallen Mist can just take it.
Okay. Rotom Wash is going to use Shock. That'll hit. For 41.
As a free action on a reaction. Oh wait, no, we don't. We only do that if it reduces to 0. Never mind. Hang on. Yep, we're good. Go ahead. Apply the damage.
Yep.
Ow.
Oof.
Big hit.
Mm-hmm. And it's Fallen Mist's turn.
Fallen Mist is able to act. So. Oh wait, I could have used. No, wait, that was a special, not physical. Never mind. I couldn't have
Yeah.
used.
Counter won't work.
Yeah, we're gonna force palm again.
Thank you. That'll hit.
Hey, I did not get damage from confusion.
Nice.
You rolled H this time.
Yeah, and 20 damage. 20 damage on the force palm goes through this time.
It's looking rough.
All right, I'm gonna thing.
Still confused.
Yeah.
And, musician again not taking any actions.
I'm gonna have Fallen Mist use Quick Attack as a priority move to go before the Rotom Wash.
Yes. Do I have a priority move here? real quick, just to.
Unlikely
No.
on Rotom.
Yeah, no.
Unless you've somehow gotten an extreme speed, you're good.
It's just regular priority, which I think means we just go straight to Fallen Mist's turn.
Yes.
Oh, but is paralyzed,
Oh no.
which means they can't
when that
actually
happens.
attack. Oh, wait, they just can't move. Hang on, what does it mean? Can only take standard or shift action that round, but not both. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. So,
Oh,
it's still quick
yeah.
attack. It's good.
Yep.
Never punished.
And miss.
Oof.
I'd like to
Immediately-
imagine
Immediately
the,
punished.
I'd like to imagine doing a quick attack while paralyzed is just standing up as straight as possible, letting the paralysis kick in, and then just falling on your opponent.
No damage, no confusion damage, but also missed. So
Okay.
I've been rolling like crap on my attacks.
All right. We are going to go with Astonish.
Counter.
There we go.
So resolve the triggering attack with Counter's user resisting the attack one step further. After the attack is resolved, if Counter's user was not fainted, the triggering foe then loses hit points equal to twice the amount of hit points lost by the user from the triggering attack. So,
Roll damage.
So you'll roll damage, yeah, and then we'll apply it at resist. So instead of hitting apply damage, hit resist. All right, and then in response, they take twice the amount lost. So they take 8 points of damage.
Can you use counter this turn, being
Uh,
under process?
Yeah, it's a reaction. It triggers based off of when I'm hit.
Okay.
Yeah, it's standard or shift, but not both. Nothing about
Yeah.
special
Yep.
Nothing about
reaction
reactions.
abilities.
So yeah, my once per scene
interrupt,
once
whatever
per scene
we're calling
counter goes off. They take Rotom takes 8 points of damage.
Okay. That Rotom is still up. All right. Fallen Mist is still confused. She's trying. Musician does nothing on their potentially final turn.
We're going to try to quick attack one more time.
Okay. So I will skip down to Fallen Mist.
All right.
Is paralyzed.
So yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Hits.
That'll hit.
Doesn't hurt herself.
Doesn't hurt yourself. And
Knocked out.
congratulations.
Do they have any other
Alrighty.
Pokemon?
No. Those are the only two Pokemon they had.
Da, 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 da.
The fanfare plays, and he recalls his Pokemon and just walks over to you and hands you 1200 pen.
Nice. I will shake hand as well.
And with that, you will get 135 experience.
Nice. Into the EXP share with it.
All right.
Which makes it.
Mhm.
There we go. I don't know. Do you get trainer experience for winning in battles?
I
Winning in the
don't
battles?
believe so.
Regular ones, probably not.
I have no idea. That's a genuine question because I don't know how what the rules say on that.
The rules are fairly vague.
Huh.
Like it's all suggestions and stuff.
You can spend your trainer experience to retrain features, edges, or stats.
Nice.
Yes.
So yeah, I finished doing a little bit of training, and I take my Pokemon to a Pokemon Center, and the whole like just
Hey, Ramon's at a Pokemon Center.
just carrying because I think I went through Ryu, Shiro, and Fallen Mist. So yeah, I'm just
Mhm.
like a Gabite on my shoulder, Shiro walking next to me, and then Fallen Mist like in the crook of the other elbow, just carrying them.
You walk into the Pokemon Center. Ramon is sat
Totally
over.
zoned out.
All right.
Got magazines, sketchbook, all the focus. Not aware of the rest of the room.
So just congratulating my Pokemon on a good fight. I will hand them over to the Pokemon Center to be healed, and then
Nurse Joy will take care of that.
go just sit immediately across from Ramon and wait, see if he notices me.
He will, but it takes him a minute. And then he'll sign to you. Hello.
What's up?
I've just been chilling. What are you up to?
Thumbs over towards like what I imagine is like a scene of like a Gabite being bandaged by a Nurse Joy or something.
The camera pans over to a Nurse Joy who is currently has the Gabite sat on, like standing on top of the reception desk, and she is bandaging up a few cuts while Chansey is getting Blaziken to hold Fallen Mist in front of
Combuskin.
Blissey.
Combuskin right now.
Yes, Combuskin. To just hold Fallen Mist in front of Blissey while it does a few things.
Just
What
just a Riolu
happened?
with like legs
Under the
dangling.
armpits.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shiro looks extremely confused, but is just following instructions.
And then they get to hold me up, right?
Combuskin is much bigger than Riolu. But
That was the joke.
yeah. In sign still. Went and did a practice battle at the gym, the local Pokemon gym.
It's about, at this point, a early 20s gentleman, kind of scruffy beard, shock of yellow hair that is just spiked to fuck everywhere. Punk rock outfit. So, you recognize this person, the person whose ass you just kicked in the gym.
No, I'll just.
He coming to check and make sure he didn't kill anyone?
No, I assume he's coming here to get his Pokemon healed.
And yeah, he goes to the counter and
Does the normal person thing of depositing Pokeballs
Yes.
in a receptacle.
I would like to know what happened.
I mean, just explain give Ramon like a play-by-play of the fight, of the battle.
Damn, that's rough.
So thinks about it for a second. Is it?
What's her name? Shiro?
Yeah.
Poor Shiro. No, Fallen Mist. Poor Fallen Mist.
Oh, Fallen Mist. Oh,
With all of the status conditions.
yeah. She kind of like just constantly twitched for about a minute after that fight.
Yeah, but I mean, she seemed like she was having fun, and the effects will eventually wear off, or have worn off already.
You notice, Ramon, that the reason Fallen Mist is being held is because Fallen Mist's eyes are like this currently, going in two different directions, as it is just sort of like a step above drooling.
Still blitzed out on the confusion.
Yes.
Poor baby.
Well,
Well, I'm glad everybody had fun.
What?
So Mercedes is over in the corner and has a bunch of napkin dispensers that she has stacked onto a table and is just sitting like guarding.
She has developed her kingdom.
I see. I will gesture towards the magazines and be like, project?
Yeah, Ramon will turn around his sketchbook. It's like 3 different views of a globe with the Pokemon from the magazines drawn across the top of it from different angles.
Oh, neat.
It's the different angles of the.
So you're making a decorative Pokeball for stone.
Ramon starts to blush and says, "Yeah."
I mean, it looks cool. I'm sure I'll like it.
Well, since we're meeting him in Slateport tomorrow, I thought I should see how much I can get done.
Oh, did he get back? Wait, did I know that? Or was that new information?
No, that was discussed.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you did tell him that you were going to show him your balls anyways, so. So it says with a completely straight face that he cannot prevent from breaking into a smile halfway through.
Ramon,
And with that-
Ramon turns bright red because he didn't realize he'd read that.
And with that, the camera shifts. Satomi, you
Yes.
would have been free to roam for a little bit. We're gonna rewind a little bit for you after the group discussed the next plans, which is going to Slateport and meeting up with Steven Stone to talk with the Eon duo ? So you're gonna be meeting deities tomorrow, apparently. But you have an afternoon to do whatever you wish in Mauville. What would Satomi be doing with a free afternoon?
Hunting for a Master Ball.
Oh, no, they're not flying types.
Yeah, they are. They both
They are?
are. They're flying
I
psychics.
thought they would. I thought they were dragonfly.
They're
Are they
dragon
psychic?
psychic.
Are they dragon psychics? Oh, maybe. Maybe then.
They just look like the fighter jets.
They just look
Mhm.
like jets. They don't actually fly.
Yeah.
No, they do actually fly.
I mean, they do.
Not
Yeah,
flying
they do
type.
fly, but they're not flying.
I know. That was a joke. Oh yeah, no,
Just
they're
like
dragon
how Gyarados can actually dragon rage, but is not a dragon.
But
I will
cannot
never
fly.
Get over this. I will
I-
never get over.
I choose to believe that I figured out why Charizard isn't a dragon type, by the way. It's because if Charizard was a dragon type, he would be weak to ice, and that doesn't make sense.
Because he's a fire dragon.
But take neutral damage from ice types, no?
Well, that's why he's fire flying. He's still he is a dragon, but he's not dragon typed because the fire is dominant rather than the weakness to ice.
Pokemon that can fly better than Gyarados. Golurk.
I can go look.
Oh.
But to answer the question, that is what I have spent the majority of the session trying to figure out.
I see. Fair enough. There are 2 different types of gyms here. There is the Pokemon gym and the people gym. One you go to get, money and test yourself, and the other you go to get buff.
Which neither of which are entirely necessary, I feel. Given that Satomi has her own training regimen that she does, and that she would have read the placard outside the gym, and immediately turned and made herself busy elsewhere.
Yeah, I got
'cause,
this. Oh, no, 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 I don't got this.
I do not got this. In
Yeah, you
the
basically walk towards it and you see all of the electric iconography and you're like, okay, maybe. And then you read the placard and you're like, no.
You
Yep.
see
Definitely
you
not.
see the fight going on inside with so just like
Maybe.
yeah, peek in through a window, see the fight with So going on, and just like, eh, he has it covered.
He's got this.
we've yet to,
I
we've yet
guess
to overcome the weakness of being in the sky during a lightning storm.
Satomi's first priority would probably be checking local and international news.
Okay.
Just mostly to see if there's been any new developments while they've been traveling, whether in Hoenn or at home. She might also double check her business email, for lack of a better descriptor.
I'm
See if
going to
there's been
need
any developments.
2 rolls from you.
Okay.
First roll is a D100.
Mhm. 86.
6. Okay. And the next is going to be general education.
Okay.
Just navigating general resources.
9.
9. Okay. So it takes you a few minutes to really find anything that what's going on in the news right now, nothing is really highlighting that is jumping out at you. There's a lot of local events that are happening. But the thing that catches your eye after flipping through a few different online resources and flipping through a few different articles is a story from the Kalos region. That is stated that the Stonehenge analog, Crystalhenge, is that's what it's called, right?
I know what you mean. I forget the name.
And Kalos region henge. Geosenge?
Geosenge, that's it.
Town, but is the actual place got a name?
The Geosenge.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just Geosenge Town. There's no specific name for the henge, apparently.
One presumes it is a Geosenge.
Hear me. Oh.
One of the things that you have read is that the Geosenge glowed, and they're not really sure what happened. The 3 pillars inside of it just sort of lit up in the middle of the night for a number of hours about 2 days ago, and then went quiet, and nobody's certain why. But there are a bunch of theories from ancient Pokemon awakening to any number of astronomical sign or movements to any number of esoteric religious sort of things to conspiracy theories about the Colossian government covering up an operation using Geosenge as another to spark something. But looking through, that's like the biggest one that jumps out to you as anything
Alright.
out of the ordinary at the moment.
Passers-by might notice a stranger and just looking at her phone, and then she just comments. Well, she raises a finger on as if to start typing a message, and then thinks better of it. Because let's be real, nobody who believes that the standing stones in Geosenge are a government conspiracy has anything meaningful to say.
Yes.
Knowing what they are, that's a hilarious statement.
It's been a while
We don't
since
know
I've
that
been to
yet.
Kalos.
No, we don't know that yet.
I know. No, me the player knowing that, not
Yeah,
the
yeah.
character.
Oh yeah, no, I'm absolutely having to like Annabella's Kalos knowledge of like, yeah, no, that's normal. Those
Me the-
stones are normal.
Me, the player, has completely forgotten what relevance they had.
The
I-
ultimate weapon, the big laser thing,
Yeah.
came out of the but it was also where Team Slayer's secret base was, right underneath. But that hasn't happened in the timeline.
No, it hasn't.
Oh, right. Yep. I'm with you now. I get you.
The big crystal flower.
Yeah. I was thinking of the standing stones in the middle of town.
Well, that's
Oh,
the,
yeah,
that's the tip of the. That's that's
well
the
then.
tip of the
All
weapon.
right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it is literally a government conspiracy. It's just not the current government.
Ancient
Mhm.
one.
It's been 3,000 years.
It's an older government conspiracy, sir, but it checks out.
It's from a long time ago, but not very far away.
So yeah,
Well,
that's
I mean,
that's what
that
you
is-
find.
All right. Well, no news is good news. In a sense.
Or is
So I guess I need to just quickly look something up. Professional classes, chef. You know
Oh
what?
yeah, there are classes other than combat classes, aren't there?
Mm-hmm.
What's that like?
There are two types of
get-
role players.
Gets me free items. That's how it feels.
Well, not 100% free, but
I mean, I just get 2 uses of that a day.
I mean, I'm just amused because like So is the only one that doesn't have a non-combat
Oh yeah, no,
class.
it's researcher is my only only non-combat class. So, for the build. So
you know what? Checking the news wouldn't take too long, so
Mm-mm.
I think Satomi would spend a bit more time in search of specific ingredients for making food.
Okay.
Oh god, I love
That's
I love this remake.
easily
Or this
done.
remix.
Okay.
There are a number of different stores in here that you can spend most of the afternoon going between and finding all manner of ingredients in town.
Okay. How about specific mushrooms that are typically valued by collectors? Tiny mushrooms, big mushrooms, balm mushrooms, that kind of thing.
Are you a collector?
I can use them.
Ah. Just a heads up, if you're on SRSRIs, they don't work. But yes, there is a shop that you can find
I don't understand that joke.
mushrooms. Magic mushrooms, the chemical that is produced by them, cybacillin, is any SSRIs prevent the activation of the cybacillin, and it will just cause you to either not have any reaction to the magic mushrooms or get violently sick.
I don't know what an SSRI is.
Why?
Oh, your serotonin
Antidepressants.
Yes, antidepressants, anti-anxiety
A specific
medication.
class of them.
Yes.
Interesting.
Specific serotonin reuptake inhibitors is what it stands for.
Gotcha.
Ba, 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 ba.
Because that cybacillin would slot right in where the serotonin would go to, and your chemicals or your medications preventing those from taking that in. But tangent aside, you are able to find a mushroom purveyor.
A purveyor of
Brilliant.
mushrooms. What are you buying?
What are you selling?
Crack, duh.
I'm always tempted to have every shopkeeper that I ever introduce as a GM have the Resident Evil 4 shopkeeper voice. Just doesn't matter who they are,
What are
where
you
they
buying?
live. Yeah, just what are you buying? This you enter a shop with a small pink-haired gnome standing on a stool waiting for you. When you get up there, they immediately go, "What are you buying?" You know, like that's
So to me,
everyone,
it's that or
I-
Elder Scrolls.
every single one.
See, now, you say the Resident Evil 4 shopkeeper, and I immediately think the Ding mod discovered an extremely heavily modded Resident Evil 4 series in which the shopkeeper is Toad from Mario.
What are you buying?
It's
What are you
beautiful.
buying, stranger? Oh, my voice cracked so much I can't do that impression.
What are you buying, stranger?
Yeah, there you go. Only a little bit screamier.
Yeah, to me,
I didn't
it's
want to scream on the
it's
microphone.
Kashyyy's wares if you have coin. Is my go-to shopkeeper line. Well, modified for bet, obviously. Kashyyy's wares.
Tabaxi has
Uh,
wares if you have coin. I did that once, actually. I
I've
did
done
do
that before.
Sorry. Andrew.
Cat girl has wares if you have coin, yeah?
Mm-mm.
I already said we're not doing the hybrid game this time. That's
Come
next
on.
time.
Look, this is an opportunity.
Oh, delightful.
Persian has wares if you have coin.
Hoopa, the
Life-
wishing stone,
Lifeheart-
the wishing
Lifeheart has
stone,
wares.
and Hoopa and the wishing stone is the perfect reason to introduce hybrids into a campaign. Okay.
In any
You're not
event,
wrong.
I would like to assess their prices for a couple of tiny mushrooms.
Okay.
How tiny you talking?
Okay, it's
Are we talking fungus or mungus?
Oh no, we're going full Shinotic. Where I want to get fucked up.
Ah. We're going the big ones.
Oh, that's upsetting.
What?
Look at that good fairy type kush.
I did not bookmark the homebrew
Oh, I've got it.
item.
I
And
did.
it's pinned in Slack, but it's back too far because Slack doesn't like to hold on to messages.
Hang on. I thought I did. Wait, did I not? No. Insert however long that's supposed to go on. I thought I had
One
it.
eternity later.
I had to complete the bit.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. It does not tell me how much.
There you go.
There we are. Thank you. Throw this onto the bookmarks tab. Thank you.
Tiny mushrooms are wild. They have no sell price.
150 pen for tiny mushrooms, and then it just goes up exponentially from there.
All right. In that case, you know what? I will get 4 tiny mushrooms
Okay.
and save them for later.
You make your purchase and you head out. You have a very, very successful day of ingredient hunting. Which, if you've ever done, is a lot more stressful than you think it is. It's going to be.
How much money did I get, by the way? I completely forgot to note it down.
It was 1,300.
I only had 24 pen left.
Ooh.
Because I gave
Oh,
a lot
you
of
can-
it. I gave a lot of it to Ramon after I bought all my stuff. Actually, I gave the rest of it to Ramon after I bought all my stuff, so that Ramon could build things.
That's silly. You should keep some money.
I do love the Pokeball prices here. You got 250, 400, 800, 300,000, 800, 800, 800, and then just 800 for the rest of them.
Oh yeah. While
I
sitting,
can make the Pokeballs.
while sitting across from Ramon, so will suddenly go, "Oh shit! I need Pokeballs."
What type and how many?
There's more than one type.
Oh no.
Oh, hey, Ramon, roll me a focus check real quick.
The only Pokeballs that like So has ever interacted with are the basic ones that he's got now, and Murasame's Hisuian Pokeball, which he assumes looks different because it's old.
As that sentence leaves So's mouth, you have to rein in the info dump because you know it's right there. Like the entire 4-hour conversation is just right here in your mouth, and you just
It's
back
pretty
into your
fun
head.
to do. It goes into the technical aspect of why a great ball is a great ball instead of a Pokeball.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, Ramon just says, "What do you need them for?"
Catching Pokemon, just in case.
Okay.
How much will this get? And
How many?
He'll just hand Ramon the rest of his money. Just like, how much will this make? It's 1,300 pen.
It's how much?
1,324 pen specifically.
That will make a lot.
Well, I've only got one left, so.
How many do you want? Then I'll give you your change back.
I don't spend money on anything.
Fine. How many do you want?
He just shrugs.
Okay. Ramon just reaches out and pats you sadly. I'll take care of it. This is all signed because it's just the two of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess like enough to have in case of an emergency between towns if I need it. So like, I don't know, 10,
You got it.
9, I guess. I've got one already, so.
Let me double check. How
Nice
much-
round number, even in universe.
What?
Nice round number, even in universe.
Yeah.
Ramon just somehow crafts a Premier Ball in addition to the 10.
The leftover
Well,
parts.
that's why I dropped it down to 9, so it wouldn't be enough to get a Premier Ball.
All right, there's your 10th Pokeball. Bink. What the heck? Where did that come from?
I do like the idea that every 10 Pokeballs, Ramon just summons a Premier Ball.
Just loses track for a moment and another one just appears.
It's like you're just in a
Just
fugue state.
self-replicating.
It's just like, yeah. Something about Pokeballs, like Pokemon, have mysterious powers, and every 10 Pokeballs attracts a Premier Ball.
Just gets
Let's do some math and then I'll tell you how many Ramon makes.
so far into the zone that they don't even notice the 11th one.
Mhm. And with a completely different color scheme too, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's just like 2 bottom halves. Oh yeah, fine, slap them together, bing bang boom.
Paint the middle red, just happens.
Oh no, they were both bottoms.
It's the double bottom bun burger.
You know, I've had one of those. They were pretty good.
I believe it.
I would enjoy a double bottom burger.
All right, Ramon's going
No,
to
Sam,
make
you would enjoy a double bottom sandwich.
Ramon's going to make you
Bread
5
doesn't have
great
top
balls and 4 regular balls, and then explain this one is for difficult situations. This one is not.
He will take them and put
And
them
then
in his
just
bag.
wait for comprehension. Gotta dumb it down.
I mean, he takes them and puts them in his bag. That might be as much comprehension as you get.
Well, I did my bit. That's all I can do. I'm keeping the 25 extra pen because just as penance for having to deal with that.
Sure.
Annabella.
Hi.
Where would you have gone after the date? After you collected yourself from your post-date panic attack
just
against the
after
side of her
taking
store?
A couple minutes just to kind of recover. Probably would just head back to where they're staying. So probably back to the Pokemon Center. Like I don't think she has the mental energy for much else.
So that conversation has just happened, and Annabella walks into the Pokemon Center.
Oh, hey,
Like-
Annabella.
Hey.
Ramon waves and turns on the hearing aids.
Sorry about that. Personal stuff. Everything okay?
Yep.
Ramon will start packing up the magazines and sketchbook and all that.
We're just waiting
business.
on Satomi, right?
Should be, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know where she got off to.
Well, I'll go
Which-
ahead and go get the bikes and bring them around.
Sure.
I'll see if I can divest the queen from her kingdom.
Yeah, Annabella, there's a Tough now?
Yes,
yeah.
level 4.
Yeah. Mercedes is in the corner with a bunch of metal napkin dispensers piled up on a table that she has sat in front of. You're not sure what that's about, but
Just the very much just like the okay. Just like hands together near mouth, like the
Jack,
concern meme.
I love this dynamic Ramon has with Mercedes. She does what she wants, and then he does his best.
Jack, what's the volume set to on your music in Foundry?
Oh, is it too loud?
Yeah, because it's coming through your mic every time you talk.
So as you are on your way out, you almost walk straight into Satomi as she is headed back towards the Pokemon Center.
Oh, hey, Satomi.
And she there's a sudden gust of wind, and she just shoots right to one side in about a second.
Like, it's like, so like does the like enemy protagonist hand up to say hi, and then you just you okay?
My apologies. I did not see you walking out.
No problem. The others are inside. I'm just gonna go get the bikes and bring them around. So if you wanna get ready.
Very well.
You okay?
I will make my preparations.
You all right? You just seem a little off.
And just like that, back into her usual professional self. Yes, perfectly fine.
Intuition check.
Go ahead.
17.
You can tell that she is used to sudden surprises and recovering from them quickly.
All right. Didn't mean to start you. Sorry.
You mark the warrior instinct that you also were trained
Yeah.
from a young age.
This is a didn't expect to be startled. Got startled.
Yes. And as the group reconvenes at the Pokemon Center, and so is bringing around the rides for everybody, that's where we're going to take a break for the evening.
All right. Those of you that are watching live, please remember when we take our break, you take yours. So stand up, stretch your legs, move around, do whatever you need to do, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. We're back. A dinosaur story.
All right, we are back. So, has brought the bikes around, and everybody has exited the Pokemon Center at this point, and the group begins driving to Slateport.
Katie's helping GM tonight.
What?
She's trying.
God, it's like you cannot get rid of me.
You just think you own everything, don't you?
Meowth, that's right.
Okay. You're annoying and in the way, but I love you. Title of my autobiography. As you all begin your drive to Slateport, you can go ahead and roll me. Move your token down. It's going to be a couple hour drive.
Do we get to do our
Yes.
which of us dives off the back of a motorcycle to catch something shiny in the grass rolls?
Yes.
That's a D20, right?
Yep, just a D20.
Am I
7.
also able to dance? Double 18s, let's go. Yes. I'm also good to dance, I assume.
Yes, you are.
And as a reminder, the chart, Julia, is on page 462.
Yep, already got it pulled up. Oh.
7, 18, 18, 5.
Then or so, you find 100 Pokebucks. And just a small billfold that's discarded on the.
Well, obviously, I need to return this to the nearest Pokemon Ranger station, so somebody dropped the money. As I continue to reject this world's attempt to give me money.
Ramon, you find an X item.
Nice.
Ooh, nice. They automated the dowsing checks.
Yeah, there's a macro thing for it.
Nice.
I have to roll it once per rank I have in Gold, but so please ignore the 5 rolls of this table I have to do.
No more guessing.
What X item did I find?
An X special defense.
Expedif.
And then
I can shoot that at people.
Take
there
it.
we go.
Take your drugs.
Look, it's me, Transicon Mr. Mime.
We were laughing at the concept of Transicon Mr. Mime trying to attack a Tinkatink. Like, you can't trans their gender. It's already trans. To which Mr. Mime goes, I trans your gender and I can take it away.
No one said that Mr. Mime is a benevolent icon.
So what did Satomi and Annabella find?
I'm gonna tell you in just a second, as soon as I can type and do things. You really make these things very difficult, ma'am.
Which one of them?
She's pretty sure they don't need items anyway.
Which one of them found a bottle of little blue pills?
Well,
Satomi.
yeah, I mean,
You're muted. Andrew. You're muted,
Are you
Andrew.
muted?
We did not hear anything you just said.
pardon me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There you go.
Good grief. First mushrooms, now pills. What's the world coming to?
But yes, Andrew, you Satomi, you have found a PP up.
That's the bottle of little blue pills.
no.
I was drinking.
Oh, I'm glad I put my soup down.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Satomi, I don't think this is for me.
I mean, we've never established one way or other, so
The Tommy's gender is hers, and it is not relevant to the mission, so you may not
and
have
we
it.
may not have it.
There's an impidimp behind you just waiting.
And Annabella, you find Annabella, you find a calcium.
Ooh. That's the special attack one,
Hey.
I believe.
Speaking of pee up, calcium's good for your bones.
Not that kind of bone.
I was thinking it, but I chose not to act on it.
That just reminds me of the episode of Scrubs where there's the line, he tried to learn every bone in the body until he found out that the penis didn't have one and he gave up.
Oh, that's just like a. Oh yeah, that would be a permanent thing, wouldn't it? Okay, who's my best special attacker here? And why is it
And yes,
probably Steiner?
Vitamins are permanent.
Mm-hmm.
But you can only ever give 5 to any given Pokemon.
5.
Yeah. I'm just trying to find my like one special attacker, and I think I all might be special physical.
And that 5 also includes the PP ups, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I could later on. I could take the dietitian feature, which gives my Pokemon a maximum of 7.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So the way PV ups work, if you are unaware, the way PV ups work in PTU is that they change the time scale of your moves up by 1. So if it's an every other turn move, it becomes an at-will move. If it's a daily move, it becomes a twice daily move. If it's a scene move, it becomes a twice scene move, etc. The daily and the scenes just increment up one additional usage, where the
And I believe you can only affect a move with PP up twice.
once.
Okay.
Unless I'm wrong.
So, yeah.
Let me double check that, but I'm pretty certain you can only do it once.
I think it's once.
So yeah, fun fact: all of my Pokemon are physical.
Aww.
That's
Right,
hilarious,
I'm just gonna have to find a
considering that
special
they're all
ghost type at some
ghosts. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got all the physical ghost types because it's Bayonet, Mimikyu, Houndstone, Decidueye, and Sewerledge.
Looks like you only get 1 use out of PP up per Pokemon. So
Oh, per Pokemon.
Oh,
That makes sense because then you can just make everything like all of your
Yeah.
AOTs
yeah.
at wills, and that's kind of nuts. So
Yeah, use only 1 per Pokemon, yep. That's a balancing thing. As opposed to the
Yep.
video games where you just cram all the PP ups you can find into your best Pokemon's moves.
I mean, in competitive, you just max all of your Pokemon's moves out.
Max them out and then raise your stats. There's a reason why I don't play competitive Pokemon.
Mhm.
I mean,
I
fair.
don't condone digital animal cruelty.
In the immortal words of the history of the entire world, I guess that's bullshit. This whole thing is bullshit. That's a scam. Fuck the church. I went back and rewatched that video recently.
It's a good video.
What's the God? Like, is there a church in the Pokemon world? I know everyone like ostensibly.
There is.
Everyone
There
There
understands.
is. There is.
in one of the regions you can walk into a church.
There's one in
And-
Hearthome.
Hearthome City, Sinnoh. There is a church there.
Huh.
It's not like super deliberate. It's not super religious, like extremely coded, but you get the vague idea that they are at least worshiping something.
Yeah,
and it would make sense it would be Arceus.
they have ancient temples, but no one exclaims to the gods. Like no one in the games goes by Arceus. Like none of them do.
No.
No.
It is the most like secular video game world I've ever seen.
Yeah. Honestly, yes.
There is at least a church.
And then
And
there's
obviously all the
shrine
cultures
in
that
the woods
reveal legendaries.
in, gold, silver.
Mm. Yeah. The shrine.
I guess it's kind of like most lay people in like ancient Greece, where it's just like a casual worship of the gods instead of more a organized thing like
Look, when our local
clearly.
when our local deity is a water dog that may or may not show up to fuck with vending machines, we don't really feel the need to go to church. That's a joke. That's a joke from our Saturday Pokemon team game, where we invented lore that Suicune, in the post-apocalyptic world that I'm running a game in, Suicune will come by occasionally and refill the vending machines in Johto. Because Suicune understands that people get food from vending machines, and so will keep them full. People need food.
I love that.
So Suicune refills the vending machines. And
Also,
there is
Julia's webcam is froze in a very funny way a second ago.
Not for me.
But we're good now.
And so there's a culture of, there's like a city of his secret bases inside the arcade in the Johto region. Like
specifically in Goldenrod.
Yeah, every available square inch of the walls that doesn't have something in front of it already has a secret base in it, and they war over the vending machines.
And Suicune just shows up to refill them.
Yeah,
occasionally.
Suicune condones war confirmed.
Well, Suicune doesn't realize they're fighting over them.
I know.
So, I need 2 people, whoever wants to both roll me a D100.
I'll do it.
I was going to say, yeah, go on then, but that takes longer, so you two go ahead.
Yeah. I knew, with all love in the world, I knew Jack was going to be one of them.
Okay,
if that's the way we were handling it.
11 and 19.
Oh, yeah.
You guys have some very uneventful rides. This is probably the most relaxed 3 hours of travel any of you have ever had. Nothing goes wrong, period.
Nice.
I rolled a 10 on my side. Sen rolled an 11. Nothing happened to you guys. But in the evening, you guys arrive in Slateport just before the sun is starting to head towards the horizon. It's about 4 o'clock at this point.
All right, so Stone will be here tomorrow.
Ramon is going to start rattling off good places to go get food and point everybody in the direction of the Poke Center. Are
you from Slateport?
Bookstore in town? Annabelle seems like a person like a bookstore.
It's mostly like a port city.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's an open air market, so I assume there would be a bookseller at the open air market.
Yeah.
Is Ramon from Slateport? I feel like would know this.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
Bulbapedia, why do you have the German picture for Slateport up on your English?
Well, that's the image they got from the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire strategy guide for the maps they got from the German version.
Why do you ask questions that you don't want to know?
It's a weird work, and it's just the scan they got for the map from the Aura strategy guide.
Sometimes the answer is just spite.
I can do all things through spite, which fuels me.
I will sign to Ramon. Do you want to go visit your folks?
He says, "Yeah, I'm going to do that."
Should we set up? Should we just set up the secret base, and then you can go visit your folk, and we'll stay there?
Sure.
Unless you want company.
My folks are company?
I mean, like, from us to... I don't know what your relationship with your family is.
Well, I mean, you guys could come along if you wanted to.
Do you need a safe person to be there?
No.
which is a question I have asked people before.
It's a good question to ask.
I was going to say, do we need our emotional support Absol to go with you?
Warn me of any
No.
cataclysms, Absol.
I just imagine Absol get like some Absol that is not there to proclaim, massive disaster, but like only shows up right before like common nuisances, like tripping
A
over your
family
own
falling out or
shoelaces,
something.
or
Just
like
to watch.
yeah, just shows up and you're like, oh, Absol, and then you fall down the stairs.
That's hilarious.
Absol laughs and walks away.
Yes,
You accidentally hit your thumb with a hammer.
they're nicknamed Schadenfreude.
Schadenfreude, the Absol of innocuous household accidents.
I'll go with Ramon to see
And
his
banana
family, just because
peels.
I want to see where Mercedes came from.
Annabella and Satomi then go wandering through the markets and set up the base.
Yep, that works for me.
Do you want to set the base near the entrance to town? That way we can be here when Stone comes by.
There's a beach. We'll set it up in the beach.
That'll work.
Yep.
Oh, see if you can, while you're out there, see if you can spot another secret base. We need to capture flags.
Sure.
Do I know of any secret bases that tend to be in the area, or any popular secret base spots?
Roll me a d20.
Oh, there's also a contest held in this city.
Yes, you guys can do a contest and then make me have to learn the rules to do a contest.
I don't want to do. No, fuck the contest rules. Actually,
Agreed.
fuck the contest rules in PTU. They're terrible.
They're different
am
in
busy that
PTR.
day.
Yes, but I also don't really want to do a contest in general. Nothing wrong with them. If the PTR ones are right, cool, but it's not Annabella's vibe.
So we'd have to learn another set of contest rules. Good to know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All the more reason to pass.
I don't do contests in the games, much less in this game.
Yeah.
I've done them.
Yeah.
I've done the full grind for them once.
Yeah.
That's
That
one
was
more
back
than
in
the rest of us, Yara.
That was back in Emeralds.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Uh,
the contests are happening over here. Here's my Pokemon trainer outside, like with just grubby clothes covered in dirt and blood and the teeth of his enemies. Just like,
Yeah, I did exactly enough to get
Nah, I'm
cosplay
good.
Pikachu and Oras, and that was it.
Ramon, you know you are 100% certain you have been in at least 2 different secret bases in town. They are escaping you where they're at. You vaguely know that there's one on the beach somewhere,
I'll point you guys
but that
to
is
the beach,
as far as you remember of those 2
Oh.
locations.
looking for bases.
I'm gonna keep an eye out
The
for a
true
base.
the true way to find a secret base is with a metal detector on the beach.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for a base as I follow Ramon to his parents' house.
Okay. You can
Sadly,
give
the Diamond Rocks
me
are not attuned for secret base. They are attuned for spiritual energy.
yeah. You can give me a either perception or survival check. I know when you're gonna do, but you don't have to tell me.
17 survival.
So just as you are turning the corner, hold on.
So,
Hold on.
Wait for
So
it.
as you are rounding the last corner to Ramon's house, you just very suddenly stop and take a couple of steps back, and you just notice there's a panel that's a little bit different, like the slightest hue off from the rest of the building you're standing in front of.
When I stop, I grab Ramon's shoulder and take a couple steps back, pulling Ramon with me,
I look around like, what?
and I point.
If I can see it too, I'm going to take a picture and text it to the girls.
Okay. The 2 of you both get that.
I mean, we could go in there and get the flag.
Yeah, but we don't have the base. They've got the base.
Yeah, we just have to get it back to the base.
if I don't go tell my parents that I'm back in town, I'm gonna get an earful, and I'm not interested.
Okay, we'll let them get it. Continue going.
Meanwhile, as Satomi and Annabella are walking elsewhere in the city, Satomi just holds up her phone and just looks confused for a moment.
I then send location data of where that is through the messages.
I think they might have. Okay, so you see where there's a tiny gap in that wall right there?
Holds the phone closer. Oh, yes, I see it now.
Oh yeah. No.
I don't get it.
I have adept perception.
Okay. Yeah. After it's pointed out, definitely you're like, oh,
Yeah,
door.
It's not something Annabella's like does often, but it is like a cultural thing, so she gets the idea of what to do.
Yeah,
Give or
and,
take.
and Satomi is completely magic up out of water with this.
Yeah.
You know, Ramon did this a ton back in school, and so didn't consider that you wouldn't see it immediately.
You kind of got to know what to look for, which again, Hoenn cultural thing.
Yep.
And again, Annabella moved from Kalos a couple years later, so she's not as used to it.
Also, after the location data is sent, there's just a series of emoji that's just differently colored flags.
Right. Reminder to that once we're set up.
Annabella and Satomi, both of you can either give me perception or survival checks, either one, to see if you can spot another secret base on the beach.
Doesn't really matter which one to me.
Yeah, that's a 7 on 46.
There's an 8 on 2.
The
Love
two
that
of
you
you are
did
not
better on-
having good luck
I love
finding
that you
anything
did better
here.
than me on half the
I
dice.
know.
What did I even roll? Ah, 3
Three
twos and a
twos and a
1.
You guys have a very unfruitful search and decide to just set up the secret base. Or you can go and get that other one.
Yeah.
You have to set up the base first, though, because otherwise you have to go all the way back to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, set the base and then go get the flag.
Yeah. Set up, get flag, come back.
Ramon
And,
and So. The two of you approach Ramon's home. It's a moderately nice home. Like size-wise. There is a garage that is wide open. With a very, very classic looking car just sitting in there. No tires. Just
Why would it have tires?
propped up on blocks. Yes.
It's not for driving, it's for tinkering with.
Yeah. Exactly.
Ramon,
And
where are the tires?
We don't need the tires right now.
It's a car.
Dad's been working on that one for ages.
Why is it taking him so long to finish?
Because it's fun.
B-sod screen on So's face. Clearly, this does not compute. I mean, also it doesn't commute. There's no tires.
Yeah, no, it doesn't commute either.
sorry about that. I was
No, you're good.
talked to off screen.
How dare you? Nobody's allowed to talk to you.
We had-
I know. I should be busy right now.
We had.
Um,
We just had a moment about the car. That's all.
you knock, ring the doorbell. How are you? Are you just letting yourself in?
I'll knock as I let myself in.
As you walk into the front door, going in through the central hallway, you see your mother coming out of the living room to head to the door. And she just freezes.
I'll sign, hey, Mom.
She will sign back. It's good to see you. I didn't know you were coming.
Step
Me
in behind
neither.
Ramon.
And then
Oh, this
she
is-
will.
So
Yeah, her eyes will just flick up.
we've been doing a lot of traveling lately,
Hi.
and we came this direction.
Jack, you will have to remind me of your mother's name because I
Oh,
think
I
you
don't
sent it to
remember.
me originally in Slack.
I don't remember. Let me see, is it in... do I have my backstory somewhere in here?
Yeah. So well,
There's...
while names are being looked up, so well, hi, Kisaki So, Pokemon Ranger and friend of Ramon's, and we'll bow.
I don't know if I gave her a name. Just give her a name.
Okay. It's wonderful to meet you. My name is Maria Alvarez. Please come in. And
Mom's just
she
gonna
will.
make his way over to the fridge.
Yep, she was actually headed. She headed straight for the kitchen, which is where you see Ramon's father sitting at the table. Sort of I failed to describe the mother. Ramon's mom is about the exact same height as him. Long black hair that she's got pulled into a braid. She's wearing a very simple brown top and khaki pants. And she has blue eyes, and the thing that you notice is that she constantly has a purloin just walking back and forth on her shoulders.
Notably, as Mercedes walks in, she leaves her hammer by the umbrella stand, and then
Oh no, that's adorable.
walks over to the dining room table, nods to Daddy Ramon, and then hops up into a chair and waits for her meal to be served.
And this is new because now Mercedes can see over top of the table when she's in the chair.
Don't need the booster
Doesn't
seat
need a
anymore.
booster seat.
Yep, doesn't
Right.
need a booster seat anymore.
I am no
Um,
longer
Pops
baby.
pops up on the table, picks off
And,
booster seat.
Ramon's father is a middle-aged man with thinning brown hair, very tan skin, brown eyes, a little portly, but not unhealthily so.
Dad bod.
Yes, very much so. And he has currently a 5 o'clock shadow and is very obviously in a grime-covered band t-shirt and like grease-stained black jeans. And blue jeans, brain. I know colors, be quiet.
I mean, black jeans are a thing.
Yeah,
They are.
Black jeans are awesome.
I will similarly
he-
introduce myself. Same way.
He lets you know that his name is Liam. It's nice to meet you. And he looks at Mercedes and then looks at Ramon and then looks back at Mercedes and just reaches back, pulls out his wallet, and then grabs a few bills and puts them into Mercedes' chair. And just puts it back.
Ramon sees that and decides it's more than he's interested to find out about, and just gets himself a plate of food.
What are their auras telling me about that? Because that was weird.
No, it wasn't. It was hilarious.
Ramon's father is reading as slightly frustrated, and
Lost the bet.
Mercedes is reading as smug.
I just don't know what the bet was.
I know what the bet was.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Ramon's mother leans over the counter to look at you, the two of you. So tell us everything that you can.
Well, Professor Birch got in contact and decided that we needed to go see if Team Magma was on Mount Chimney, and then Team Magma was closer than Mount Chimney, and now we're stuck in this whole thing where we're chasing Team Magma around.
That's
Sometimes things get away from you.
Yeah, I can see that. And your dad just goes, "That's a lot."
Yeah.
Oof.
So is keeping quiet.
Well, I mean, Mercedes is looking well.
She seems to be feeling well too. Oh, I'm gonna gesture to So with the plate. Just a general
I will
plate
Yep.
towards
the
So.
plate.
Yeah, the Ramon's mother just points at the fridge. It was like,
Ramon does not give you the plate. He takes it back and looks at you funny and starts putting food on that plate too.
So it's just generally confused right now.
He's doing a great job.
Yep.
Wild man, not committed any faux pas yet. I'm so proud of you.
Just big himbo energy sitting in the corner.
Yep. So Magma's back, and you might have to. What's that gonna mean for you and, well, So, and I guess the rest of your little adventuring group?
Have a seat. I don't know. I'm just sort of along for the ride. Stuff keeps happening, and I haven't bailed yet.
I mean, you were helpful with the security systems at Mount Chimney.
I mean,
None of us could have done that.
I mean, yeah. But this is still a lot.
It is, and it's going to be something that you're going to have to work with. But I really don't want you getting involved with the Team Magma, but I can't stop you.
Oh, don't worry. So long as Ramon stays behind me, Team Magma won't get close.
He is rather more like a brick wall than a human.
So you see Mercedes like sizing you up for a second, and then just goes back to eating whatever has been put in front of her.
Mercedes knows I have time advantage.
Yeah.
Do you think that's going to stop her, though?
Yes. If not,
Bless
maybe
your
not,
heart.
maybe not by her choice, but yes. So we'll sit as indicated. Finding
These people.
Realizing that all the furniture is slightly too small for him. like not small enough that he can't sit down, but small enough that he's he's doing the thing where like when you're sitting in a chair that's too small for you and you have to like your knees are together.
Yep.
Like,
You
And
gotta make yourself fit.
Yep.
you guys have a fairly lovely, just catch up dinner with Ramon's parents. And your dad tells you that he's about this close to getting another car to work on. Because
Ramon asks about what kind and
he will go into all of that, because Julia does not know cars.
neither does Jack. Jack doesn't give a shit. Ramon
Also,
cares.
we're in the Pokemon universe, so whatever.
insert
Yeah.
information about cars.
Yes.
So
Not rubber room, don't care.
so very carefully respond when spoken to directly, and only occasionally interject to stop Ramon from being down on himself.
Good. You will also be
Oh,
shown the
congrats.
car. And the reason you very quickly see the reason that your dad is looking for another car, and it's because
Because
this
he's
is
almost done.
he's got
What else
like
is he gonna
maybe a thing
do?
or two. Yeah. Like, Dad, once you fix this car, what are you gonna do with your life? I don't know.
Get another one, obviously.
The camera pans to Satomi and Annabella standing at the basically where the city goes into beach. And you guys have been unsuccessful at finding any secret bases within that area. But you do know where one is.
Well,
So what are the two of you doing?
Well, hopefully they won't be mad that we haven't found the second one, but we can at least get a flag for Ramon.
I suppose it was to be expected, given beachlands typically don't have much solid ground to work with. Not unless you dig rather deep.
Secret base kits work in strange ways that I'm not exactly sure how.
Yes, I have
Secret
to agree,
bases
given
work in
that
mysterious ways.
I was trying not to phrase it exactly that way. Yes.
I am inclined to agree, given that I've had a few nights to examine the kit itself, and this is a lot of tools that I think would be absolutely fascinating in the right hands back home.
And yet we use them to play capture the flag.
These could be used for so much more. Like innovations in caving, navigating water spaces, stars. They could even be used to. Would that help? Actually, yes. They could be used to. If installed on a skyship, it could facilitate a safe landing practically anywhere.
You have me intrigued about Skyship.
Oh, they are a natural, like, sorry, let me try that again. Oh, they were adapted from the initial balloon designs that were used in Ransei for inter-kingdom travel.
Okay, right. Yeah, we usually just use planes and things.
Planes, trains, and
Galar,
automobiles.
and then your balloon is Corviknight.
I see. We didn't. Yes, this was antiquity, of course, so we did the best we could. Or the people of Ransei did the best they could with what they had, so it was travel by balloon, travel by land, or travel by sea, and very few people took the latter.
Makes sense.
I mean, yeah, why would you want to climb a ladder across nations?
To get to the top. Duh.
But you're going horizontally.
Don't question my methods.
Don't knock it till you try it.
Ladder breaks, you fall into a pit.
Hey, you don't know. I may just hit that perfect assemblage of molecules to just go straight through and just
Just find the sub-ocean.
Just because it hasn't happened
Let it
yet
go.
doesn't mean it can't.
Yeah. Theoretically, it could happen.
So
There's
the
just
two of you
a Gengar in the
approach
background
this-
grinning.
approach this secret base.
Alright, we should, she'll, push open the door slightly and poke her head in.
Somebody took the theme of this town and cranked it up to 100 in this room.
It's all pirate. Like,
Yeah,
all
it is. It is.
nautical.
This is a 5-year-old boy's birthday party for themed pirates, like just shoved into a 10 by 10 room. But yeah, there is a single black flag at the other end of the room.
Does it have a skull and crossbones on it?
Yes.
Yeah, so Tony
It-
just
it-
looks at this.
And
So
there's a
Tony
cube
just-
on skull.
Yes.
So Tommy just looks at the flag and then the rest of the room and says, "How fitting. Well, would you permit me to do the honors?"
Oh, of course, absolutely. I'll go look at the guest book.
I promptly just feeling slightly awkward about the whole thing because she's still very new to it. So Tommy just strides over and scoops up the flag.
Everybody has to catch their first flag sometime.
I like the intention behind it is that it's like some digital hologram, so it's like the image of Satomi just grabbing the flag and the hand going through it,
Oh,
and then your
I see.
Pokedex beeping that you've got it.
Yep. Actually, that's basically the scenario that happens.
oh, right. Yes, I saw Ramon do this. Pulls out Pokedex, points at flag.
It's so you don't have to constantly restock on flags.
That makes far more sense than I was expecting.
Annabella, this must be one of the most visited secret bases in the region, because this is a about 2-inch thick guest book that like 4 pages of do not have names.
I have read dissertations this tense.
The thing you do notice is that this guest book is old, like about to fall apart old.
Yeah.
So
Like,
you have no
very,
idea how long
very
the space
carefully.
has been here.
Like, are we to probably needs gloves level of old?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Okay.
No, not
Okay,
that far
still
yet.
Still carefully opens up. And just
This is
very carefully writes the name
this
in.
is carefully stressed old as opposed to
Mhm.
Yeah, it's worn rather than aged.
Yeah.
you look at the front. Although you look at the front page, like the first person to sign is Methuselah.
Pain.
Notably not able.
Oh, yeah, my Methuselah from down the street. Yeah.
So you guys have captured a second flag for your secret base.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That means that when we do experience training, we get +2 in addition to everything else in the secret base.
We're going to do a little bit of a time skip. The rest of the evening wraps. You guys meet together. Is there
So
any
sorry.
conversations that need to happen before the night resolves?
So Tommy would text Ramon back with a picture of the outside of where she and Annabella set up the base.
And Annabelle will also get her to send a picture of the inside, because
Oh, yep.
very actually quite cool secret base design.
I've probably been in this one before.
Oh yeah, you've been in this
Yeah.
a few times actually.
I signed it a couple times.
When we move back up, so we'll go. Did you find the one on the beach?
No.
Sadly, no.
It was surprisingly difficult to see anything that really stood out.
Look over at Ramon.
Sun's
And-
starting to go down, but you can take a look.
Look over at Ramon. Late night, like evening beachcombing. Let's go comb that beach. Pulls out a comb.
We ain't found shit.
I was trying to remember the line. We ain't found shit.
Anybody who's looking can give me either a perception check or a survival check.
Actually,
Damn.
16.
With the sun going down, I would like to try and find a nocturnal Pokemon that may or may not be here, but it's worth taking a look. I want to try and find a Zubat.
Okay.
Annabella will take Crowley on. Is partially helping to look, partially and doing another round of dowsing and taking Crowley for a bit of a nighttime walk. Just walk on the beach. Let him get his feet wet, etc.
He is absolutely loving that.
And I will do another round of dowsing. No, okay, literally one red chart.
Okay, so, and Ramon, the two of you are able to find the secret base. It is very close to the water's edge, and through simple, like, mental equations, you can figure out that during high tide, this thing can't be interacted with in any way, shape, or form. But the tide has pulled back.
Found it. Punch the sand. Pull open the door.
Satomi, you do in fact find a Zubat. So my question is, how are you wanting to obtain said Zubat? Are you wanting to just chuck ball? Are you wanting to attempt to charm your way into getting into your ball? Or
I have spare cooking ingredients. I would like to try to bribe it with food.
okay, yeah. Go ahead and give me a charm roll and add an extra d6.
Okay. With my elemental connection, because it's a flying type.
Mhm.
No, that's not. Aha. $13.
It thinks for a moment. And then very quickly just dive bombs into the food from the tree it was hanging off of. And you now have a Zubat in your... Do you want that in your party, or...
Yes. Pardon, please.
Do you have a name in mind?
Not yet. But my initial thought was going to be extremely goofy. Kaiketsu.
I'm just asking because I'm putting the token on the screen and fine. Yeah.
I'll get back to you on that.
So you have a Zubat in your party. This secret base is very plain. It is white floor, black walls, and all of the furniture in here is that alternating black and white. It is very disorienting walking in here. The only color in this room is a singular blue flag at the far end.
Alright. Well, yeah, go grab the flag.
And you guys add a third flag to your base.
Check the guest book
Um,
if there's one.
roll me a D100 real quick.
There might not be one. 46.
The guest book is locked.
Hmm.
Interesting.
There is no, on initial looks, there's no sign of a key.
Is it a key lock or a padlock or like a number lock?
It's a key lock.
Well, if they don't want us in the guest book, that's fine.
Or it's a mystery.
I mean, maybe.
I'm gonna look around and see if there's any hidden alcoves wherein a key might be hidden.
Give me a perception check.
Ten.
Behind one of the beanbag chairs, just tucked under the backside, is a small, about 1.5 inch long silver key.
Maybe you found one? We'll try it in the lock.
It unlocks. And the first page that you open to, like the front page, simply says, "Welcome to the inside of my mind. Please be kind and leave it the way you found it." And there are about 5 names written in here. You don't recognize any of them, but that's it.
Yeah.
Write name neatly, and then lock book and put the key back.
Yep. Put the key back where we found it.
You guys add that to your base.
Yep.
And the night passes.
Training,
Yes, everybody can do experience training.
which is at our
Um,
highest, which I think is still plus 10.
Checking now. One moment.
Because it doesn't go up until we get Virtuoso. I don't think we're high enough in level to get Virtuoso.
Yeah.
No, I don't think you're at Virtuoso yet.
Yeah, my commander's expert, so.
Yep.
we
So,
are
plus
at
10,
plus 10.
Plus an
so
extra 3,
plus
so plus
13.
13. Yep. I'm just going to note that in my thing real quick.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Do it over.
jot that down rather than actually apply that just
Yep.
yet.
The next morning, So wakes up first because he do. And then Satomi, the 2 warriors, being waking up early.
Ramon probably went back to his parents' place
Okay.
to spend the night.
You wake up extremely well rested. Mercedes is has abandoned her usual bed and is curled up at the foot of yours
Oh,
because she's now too big for her other bed.
poor kid.
But you do your usual. You roll over, grab your phone, check your messages, and you have a text message from Steven that says, "Coffee with you guys at 11?"
What time is it? Do we have time?
It's about
Like,
9 a.m. right
Scramble
now.
out of bed. Ramon
you
starts to scramble out of bed because he wasn't woken up by Mercedes. So
Nope.
who knows what time it is? And then he realizes that it's 9 and they have plenty of time, and wakes up Mercedes, whose hammer is still down by the umbrella thing.
Mm-hmm. Are you relaying that to the rest of the group?
Yeah, and I'm gonna head their way too. But
So
I'm
about
gonna
the time
get out of the fridge first.
everybody's gotten up, had breakfast, Ramon the latch to the secret base opens and Ramon starts walking down the rungs of the ladder.
Before Ramon gets into the secret base, what I've actually seen So outside training, all of So's Pokemon are still doing the squat steps in like a circle, while So is up a palm tree, using his leg, like his thighs and ankles to lock his legs around the palm tree, and is doing upside down sit-ups off the side of the palm tree.
No.
Hot.
He would also
completely shirtless because it's hot and he's sweating.
he would likely be joined about 10 minutes later by Satomi, who will do the same upside down push-ups in midair.
So while doing sit-ups, looks at you hovering. I don't know if you're getting the point.
Oh no, trust me, my ankles are completely still.
Ramon, will
He says, hovering up and down a smidgy bit as he
Yeah,
moves.
like you're
both of them?
You're ignoring gravity though.
Oh yes, I do that on a regular basis. What's your point?
That's where the resistance comes from.
No, to me the resistance comes from having to pull myself up. And then besides, you have less hair than I do.
Looks at his.
She says as she relaxes back down, and the untied mess of her hair just flops down from her head.
He does have less hair, but not by much.
Ramon will eye both of them as he's approaching, perhaps one of them more than the other, and then decide, no, and go into the base anyway.
And on the floor, you'll find on basically spread out on the floor in the base is just Annabella with 2 books, and she's just just organizing her notes from everything the last couple days. Just proudly curled up next to her. Just taking a little bit of time, nice and quiet, to organize.
Reorganize on one hand, conduct occult rituals on the other.
There's no pentagram yet. The witch that comes later.
When you guys come, when the two of them come out, So will be in his team building exercises, which I'll describe then.
Yeah, so Tony would definitely have already taken her new acquisition through some general training to get them used to life on the team. There may or may not, which may or may not require a bit more bribery.
Ramon will fill Annabelle in.
Yeah, that's why I stepped inside. It was too distracting just staring at the oddness of all of it.
And also, Stephen will be here at 11 to introduce us to a couple of legendary Pokemon.
Right, that is happening this morning. I guess, no worries. Kind of checks her Rotom phone, just checks time because she probably zoned out a little bit.
You've been doing this for about 30 minutes, which is admittedly
this
not
is short.
This is a short dissociation.
Yeah. Yeah, she'll gather her things up and be ready to go in a couple minutes.
Okay.
So when they get back out, what has happened at the tree? Ryu is at the base of the tree, holding arms up. Shiro is at the top of the tree, like feet clamped, talons clamped onto the into the thing, and So is full extending down, grabbing the hands of Fallen Mist, who's standing on top of Ryu, sitting up and throwing Fallen Mist up to Shiro, who catches Fallen Mist, and then going back down, grabbing the hands of Hestia, who climbs up onto Ryu, throwing Hestia up as Shiro throws Fallen Mist down, catches Fallen Mist, leans back down, drops Fallen Mist down to Ryu, and is basically just cycling between Fallen Mist, Hestia, and Hime in this like sort of exercise / coordinated juggling effort, with Crash off to one side, keep being the safety coach and keeping an eye on everything.
I'm heading back into the base.
It is upon seeing Ramon very confused that Satomi lands a few feet, about 6 feet away, with her 4 flyers in a formation around her, and well, except for the Zubat, who has he got no legs.
We know how Gyarados.
Yeah.
So
He ain't got no legs.
Gyarados can at least walk. Gyarados can at least slide along the ground. Zubat has to land on the shoulder. And she will just reach up and give the Zubat a couple of scratches behind the ear to let them know they've been doing a good job. As she approaches Ramon with her team and just says, yes, they've been doing that for a while now.
Why?
I can only conclude it is either a trust exercise or they are planning to take it to a contest hall.
That makes sense. I'll go with that one. I'm not going
Which-
to ask, though.
I stopped asking questions after the second throw and instead just took my team on a few loops around the beach, some in the air, some in the water, some neither.
I thought you stopped asking questions after he punched a ghost into last year.
No, so
Sometimes you
just
get shocked into asking more questions.
yeah, that was a few nights ago, and So's actions have raised more questions.
That's not even the weirdest thing.
Eventually, So will finish his exercises and grab a towel to towel off while regrouping with the others.
Okay.
All right, so what's the plan?
Meeting with Stephen Stone at 11.
Check watch.
About 10:30.
All right.
Oh, good, I have time. Satomi disappears into the secret base.
Where should we go? Like, where are we
Well-
meeting him at?
It's had coffee,
You
right?
should probably put on clothes first. And we should wait for Satomi to be ready.
Looks over at like the various swimmers that have come out, gestures. I mean, it seems like shirtless is the way to go.
We're still on the beach. Generally, when it comes to the coffee shops around here, it's a little more shirts and shoes.
Finish toweling off. Get redressed. Now I have to make. Now obviously I have to make beach mode version of So
Mm-hmm.
in Hero.
Just the full Baywatch.
Yeah.
So what is Satomi doing inside?
Changing.
Okay. Good.
Give me just a moment, and I will share link. I will put this in Slack. After a few minutes, Satomi emerges in an outfit that she has not worn previously. It is a full. What's the words? Teal and sky blue kimono with long, loose sleeves, a catch on the obi for her usual backpack, which has been converted into sitting on her hip, and heels. Because when meeting legendary Pokemon, she is going all out for this.
Once Ramon sees, he goes, "Oh fuck! I should have dressed nice."
So continues to wear his normal Pokemon Ranger outfit.
Any
But
of
at least he's
Annabella's
wearing
good
clothes.
clothes are in Lily Cove. She didn't expect this trip to last as long as it is.
And being incredibly careful not to get sand on her outfit, she emerges from the secret base, straightens up, and just looks at the three of them. What? I came prepared.
Fair enough. Just wasn't expecting something so formal. I understand this is a meeting with legendary Pokemon, but
Legendary Pokemon and a regional champion to boot.
this is true.
Yeah, but we've met him before.
And at the time, I was not prepared to give a proper impression of my people.
And we were in the field.
And we
That
weren't
too.
meeting legendary Pokemon.
Why does legendary Pokemon require an outfit change?
So,
Unfortunately, we do not have the 2 hours it requires to give a proper explanation of ambassadorial duties.
are you sure you're not from the alternate dimension?
I don't think so.
Because if we're talking about alternate dimensions, if that's the assumption we're going with, I think we should posit that you might be from one too.
Why would I be? from
Everyone
one?
to give me a perception check.
Right?
Oh no.
I mean, it's just Pokemon don't wear clothes. I don't know why they would expect us to wear fancy clothes.
13 from Satomi.
6 from
8 from Annabella.
I forget. You can spend an action? Can you spend an action point after you roll to increase it by 1?
Yes.
I mean, not that a 7 would necessarily matter, but
I'll go for a 13.
I'll bump it up.
Okay.
I'll bump it up to a 7.
8's fine.
So, Satomi and Ramon, the two of you catch out of the corner of your eyes way up in the sky something that looks kind of jet-like. Though you're not entirely certain of any jet models that are white and violet.
Oh.
But that has decided to head straight towards the outskirts of Lily Cove or Slateport. So this will be arriving at the front of town, the entrance.
I'm gonna head to the coffee shop,
Yeah, Satomi
and Ramon will announce that.
glance up and seeing that the white and violet is gone. Yes, it seems we were expected. We should proceed quickly, I think.
Slightly confused, but we'll follow.
Yep, following.
You guys head to a nice little local coffee shop. Not too expensive, very family owned, obviously. Great atmosphere. About 5 after 11, the door opens and 3 figures step inside. One is very recognizable to all of you as Stephen Stone. The two accompanying him, not so much. There is a probably around 5'3", slender female with bright red hair. Two points of her hair go straight up, and two twin tails go behind her. She's dressed in a maid's outfit. And the man that is standing beside Stephen Stone is about 2 inches taller than him, has bright blue hair that is spiked wildly with 2 points straight up. He's wearing a white shirt with a red triangle on it and a blue jacket that has a few attachments and some black and blue pants to match the outfit. I have dropped those in Slack for you all to see.
As soon as the three of them enter, Satomi stands and waits for them to approach.
Yeah. Is it like, because the vague look of the Pokemon are generally known, is it obvious that these are very much looking like the Pokemon?
Yeah. Those are.
Then yeah. Same.
Yeah, just like walks in, sees them, and doesn't even like get to the table, just like freezes, just like the surprise.
So Oblivious just raises a hand and goes, "Yo!"
And you see Steven turn to the female and say something, and she just covers her mouth and starts giggling.
What's the aura? What are the auras telling me?
Roll me a focus roll real quick.
Yeah.
Someone's about to get blinded.
Let's see what a legendary Pokemon's aura looks like.
So, again, someone's getting blinded.
So just gets psychic backlash and falls unconscious.
11.
You have to very quickly either turn off your aura sight or look anywhere else in this room because they are blinding to you.
There's that moment of like, you know, like when somebody turns the lights on very suddenly,
Mm-hmm.
and you just get a look on your face. That's what So gets for a second as he
and
stops looking at auras.
It is different than you have encountered any other aura you have encountered. Jack, I see your message. And there is the person, and usually the aura would be surrounding that. But this aura is standing behind it.
Yeah.
And this massive amount of energy is just flowing around. Yes, very very much a stand style. No, you're good. It's not far off. But Steven walks over to the counter, just lays his card down, and says the usual. And 2 blueberry scones. And 2 strawberry. And he just turns around and leans against the counter and looks at the 5 of you and goes, well, and holds his hand out to the other 2. Would you 2 want to introduce yourselves, or should I? And the girl just gives a slight bow and says, my name's Latios. It's nice to meet all of you. And this is my brother, Latios. How can we help you? And that's where we're going to end for the week.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.